Back to DC. Ezra Miller. James Gunn calls The Flash one of the greatest superhero movies ever. Ezra Miller's DC future is decided after his recovery. Tom, sorry, we just went off on a bit of a tangent there. Have you read any of this stuff, mate? Have you heard about any of this stuff?
Yeah, this is some of the stuff. And this is what I was trying to say. There's a lot of mixed signals and mixed messages in a lot of things they're saying compared to what Zaslav had said, compared to things they're saying now. It's things they've said even in this announcement itself. When it comes to Ezra, this sounds like a political answer. That's the other thing I was trying to say. This does not sound like they're committed to him in any way, shape, or form, but you can read into it whatever the fuck you want. That's what I'm saying. And that's with a lot of this today. Again, that's my only opinion on it. Do I think they're going to go forward with him? No. I think this is a complete reset. I think there's going to be a new Flash 5 years from now. So,
yeah, I hope so. I hope so, because I'm not for cancel culture, but if you're looking at people that deserve to go, and you're looking about consistency in how you act on things. I mean, Ezra Miller should be in prison at this point, right? Like he's done some pretty heinous things. He definitely shouldn't be starring in films where he's banking a paycheck of tens of millions of dollars. That's for sure. He launched a chair at a woman's head and cracked her skull open. He's not exactly a good guy. He was videoed. This is even before the Flash stuff. He was videoed choke slamming a woman in Iceland.
right.
It's not alleged. It's a fucking video of it. It annoys me when everyone goes, "Oh, allegedly he did this." No, there's a video of it. You can see it. He did it. It's not alleged. He did it.
No, right? You're right. The only reason he doesn't have more shit on his record at this point is just because all these charges have been dropped in all these other countries and places, under the assumption, from what I read, is that he would just freaking leave and never come back. Right? It's that whole kind of like, as long as you leave and don't come back, we won't do anything. And that's the thing, is they're ignoring that when they put, when they did this whole thing with his recent deal with the felony. I knew he wasn't going to get nothing more than a slap on the hand with that. I mean, not just because of who he is, as far as like, in the club of they thems, just because he's a movie star in general. Yeah. And it wasn't something at that point. Like, that's the thing. He doesn't have any of the shit showing up on his record. Right? Like, that's the problem. And if they could make something stick on his record that actually was some kind of weight, then that would outweigh the they them part to be able to just totally cut ties with this kid. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, do I think he should not be an actor at all? Do I think the stuff that he's done constitutes that? That's up for debate. But I mean, as far as like,
quite frankly, but
we're right. That, like, again, I'm not going to speak to that part. But should he be a part of something like The Flash, which is kind of a quote unquote family kind of IP franchise thing? No. Right? Like, you wouldn't put him in a fucking Disney movie, would you?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing, is they wouldn't even touch him with a 10-foot pole right now, probably. So why the hell would you if you're Warner Brothers? Disney's woke as woke could be. So I think this is a political answer. I could be wrong, but at this point, the way they're going with this reboot thing, I just see it as, they don't want to say they're totally cutting ties with this guy right now.
Well, so yeah, we'll get your thoughts in a second, Paulie, my dude. But this is the statement anyway. You know this. It says Ezra is completely committed to his recovery, Safran said, and we are fully supportive of that journey that he's on right now. When the time is right, when he feels like he's ready to have the discussion, we'll all figure out what the best path forward is. But right now, he is completely focused on his recovery. And in our conversations with him over the last couple of months, it feels like he's making enormous progress.
Right. And that can also, I mean, you can interpret that one of two ways. That means either they're committed to him or they're committed to not telling him shit until he's done with this recovery. That's the last thing you want to tell somebody who's in the middle of recovery. I mean, Paulie, I don't know if you want to speak to that at all from that perspective, but I mean, I don't know. It's something better to discuss after the fact than it is while he's in the midst of.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think, Paulie? What do you think?
I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
I have a lot of thoughts. First of all, I agree the Safran statement's very, political, very safe. We're gonna wait and
Democrat.
see, right? So that's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Okay, now chat, you guys are gonna come after me, but I'm just gonna lay it on how it is.
Ah,
Ezra
goodness me.
Miller is not going anywhere. Let me say it again. Ezra Miller is not going anywhere.
In what way?
They are.
You got to clarify.
Hold on. Let me keep. I've been waiting. I got thoughts. Let me get them all out.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
They protect their own. He's part of a class that they can protect for only so long. Now, let me continue by saying this. Then there's a big caveat. Ezra Miller is not going anywhere. If is not going anywhere, as long he doesn't keep effing up between now and June, right? He's staying out of the limelight. He's being good. You know, whether he's really doing rehab, all that stuff, that's a whole different issue. Okay, they're gonna keep him out of the limelight, keep him out of trouble. You stay out of trouble, and if this film is a hit, then we'll talk. And and if it's a hit, he ain't going anywhere. If he stays out of trouble, he's not going anywhere. Okay, and let me just speculate here. Those people have been paid off. All the people who he's got in trouble with and smacked around, all that stuff, they're taken care of. That's just the way Hollywood works.
Right.
Okay, now I said that. They can only protect him for so long. As long as he stays out of trouble, homeboy ain't going anywhere. I'm not saying I think that's good. I'm just saying that's how
I
it
have
works.
a hard time disagreeing with you, Paulie. That's what I was saying. Until they can make something stick. Yeah, until they can make something stick that's bigger than his they-them status. Yeah.
Right. Now, they obviously believe in this so much, you know, because it must be a really good film, and it must be a really good performance in their eyes. Why else wouldn't they have recasted? You know, I don't know what, because it's probably a great film. You know, Muschietti can deliver. Okay. And you know, listen, Saffron and Gunn, they don't want any more trouble going forward. You know, so this guy is probably really, it's like, you know, go do what you got to do. But if we hear one more thing, you're done. You're done. We're the new guys, so we're gonna give you that. You know, because they gave Gunn that, and Saffron has always worked with a lot of different creative types. We're gonna give you this, and that's it. So you know, some of what I just said is speculation, but a lot of what I said is just that's just how Hollywood operates, for good or bad. Okay, and it operates too with celebrities and directors that you have known and love in the past. So this is nothing. This is also nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood has always been connected to scandal. And it's even in the film Babylon. You know, it's fantastic on how they touch on that. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
Good thoughts, Paulie.
Oh,
Good thoughts.